What excites me the most is that it feels like the Wild West. Like, it feels like there are no rules right now, and we have an opportunity to build systems that are better. Build systems that are better for artists, build systems that are more diverse and inclusive, that are going to undermine the traditional power structures that we've been existing in forever. I'm Verite. I am an independent musician. I have been for the last 7 years. Been really kind of amazing to feel like I've built a really sustainable music project, having ownership of all of my work and autonomy over how I create and how I release what I create has always been of optimal importance to me. So you know there's no filter, there's no middleman, there's no A&R, right? I'm executive producing, I'm writing all the songs, producing some of them, like I am on the ground floor creating the world that you're stepping into. He's Not You was a song written in this room, right at this desk, via Zoom. My creative process in general is like I write all of the songs basically alone, and then I have various producer collaborators that I'll bring ideas to and we'll kind of develop them out. So I did record this in here. I recorded it in my closet. He's not you, but you're not here, and I'd still be yours if you still cared. So I'm calling to somebody who don't know me like you did, like you did. I don't mind. I am so excited to be dropping with Royal, and it feels like the perfect pillar in this series of experiments I've been doing.
Royal enables any artist to sell whatever rights they own in a song as art to their fans. What that means is that fans can actually participate in the popularity of a song with their favorite artists and then align their incentives with those artists that create music. So Verite and I go way back. We made a song called Star-Crossed together. It's her voice on that record of mine. And that was actually one of the songs on Ultraviolet, which was the album that I auctioned back 11 months ago. It was the first album auction of any NFT. And around that time, Verite had reached out to me to start thinking about what she could do in the space. And she was one of the first musicians and collaborators I'd ever worked with who was so excited about Web3. And so it only made sense for, with Nas being our first artist, having a true Web3 native female badass artist come in second to show the world what it means to be independent and how independence can monetize. It just made so much sense for us to pick Verite second.
I'm really interested in how do I bring these digital experiences into the real world, and how can I involve my fan base that in general doesn't really have a knowledge of Web3, they're not crypto native, and how can I provide value to these people? I'm really excited for community and fan ownership of songs. In all of my experiments, it's the only proposition when I did the Buy Now drop where fans got excited about owning a piece of a song, right? And so for me, I took that as a signal, and I want to give my fans what they want. I love living in New York so much. Like, this is for sure home. I grew up an hour north of the city, and at 16, I was like walking around Bleecker Street with demo cassettes trying to get gigs at venues that wouldn't have me because I was too young. Better than yours did, but I'm still hung up on your silence, trying to close my eyes. We are in McGolrick Park in Greenpoint. I did a lot of writing here, and honestly, this is where I go in the morning to drink coffee, meditate, think, and exist with other people without having to talk to them. The low tier is the one I'm most excited about, and what that's going to include is a much smaller percentage of the song and a cassette tape. Right, so I have He's Not You on one side of the cassette tape, I have a note on the other. All cassette tapes will be numbered and signed. And the idea is, it's kind of like a merch bundle, and that's how I'm framing it. The idea that a fan can buy in, they can get something tangible, they can own a piece of something that they love. I'm definitely trying to stretch and expand what I can do with this one drop by tying the digital to the physical and creating an experience for people, because ultimately I think that that's where the real value of all of this is. It's what experience am I giving fans? What experience am I giving collectors? What experience am I giving people who are just, speculating on the potential value that they're going to get from the royalties? And how can I cater to everyone and do something really cool?
The whole intention of Royal is to really empower all types of artists, not just celebrities, but also independents and newcomers, the next generation of musicians. How do they monetize in a completely new way that's separate from performances and typical merch sales? We want to provide them with those tools to monetize and also align fans with aligned incentives with their favorite artists. When fans own music, how much more likely are they to share it with their friends, to share it on social media? They have a vested interest in owning the song. And what we really are trying to frame with Royal for the future is not only to open up the platform to all artists, but to reframe the entire thinking of fan and artist. For the first time ever, we believe that fans and artists should be partners in the success of music, instead of it just being one-way consumption. And we're really excited to facilitate that vision in the future.
So this last year, in 2021, I was able to make the equivalent of 35 million streams. And for me, I believe that streaming platforms and music being essentially free is inherently good. I actually want everybody to have access to my music for free. I want it to be as widespread as possible, but that being said, I don't want to be locked into that low valuation. I want to see, well, what other silos of value can I create for people? I view this as freedom. Right? This is freedom to continue creating, freedom to continue experimenting, freedom to continue investing in myself. As somebody who bootstrapped initial capital for my project by waiting tables at Applebee's in Times Square, I understand the value of being an artist, but also I'm a creative entrepreneur, and that's my wider title. The blockchain is providing so many tools for us to build our own without having to sign away ownership, without having to go to others for investment. And it's just allowing people to maybe not have to go wait tables 80 hours a week. Maybe you can sell a one-of-one NFT, reinvest those proceeds in yourself, and you're creating value for your collector as you grow, as you continue to expand. So that's what excites me most about what we're doing here. It's artists being able to build their own ecosystems, build their own projects, and build their own businesses without having to sign predatory deals that are going to strip them of that autonomy.